Hey everyone, it's Erin. I know I don't usually make videos with audio, but I wanted to do a little house tour of my finished build today, so I figured I'll talk you through it. But yeah, so this is actually the first build that I have on this channel where I posted every part of it and I'm done working on it for now, so it's complete for now. As you can see, it is a stupidly big house. This is a three-story house with this backyard, has a balcony situation. And I actually really like this build because it was the first time I tried to do a lot of things I hadn't done in Sims before. Like a lot of the first few buildings I made on here were very squarish or rectangular. You can even kind of see that one a little bit. uh, but this is my first time really trying out a different shape. This is my first time making a balcony. This is my first time making a three-story home and working on a backyard and adding a roof. So I learned a lot working on this house, and I thought it'd be fun to just, walk you through it, show you what's there. So first I'm gonna actually spin this so we can see the backyard. So the backyard is pretty simple as far as the sides go. It's just like some statues, some hedges, a tree. We have these little planters and a little spot you can sit. Then there's this picnic table grill set up, and over here we have a little bonfire campfire set up, which I actually really like because I felt like a lot of houses tend to just have like a pool setup and then it's only really useful for the summer. So this felt like it gave it more of a fall winter activity that Sims could do. And then this pool is just, gigantic and ridiculous. This pool is huge, but I really like it. And then going back over to the front, so the front of the house has this little pathway here, and actually the first time I ever worked on editing textures for a Sims build was with this house and making this tiny little path. I hadn't known previously that you could change that, so that was fun to actually change the texture and make it look a little cooler. And it matches pretty well too with this brick and with these stairs. And then inside, it's just a totally different vibe with the dark wood, but I really like it. We actually have here the first closet I ever made in Sims, which, because there's not a closet adding option when you're working on a build, you just build rooms. So building the tiniest possible room here, adding an arch and throwing some shelves up was my workaround for making a little closet. Over here we have this office setup where there's a desk and there's a computer and there's a bookshelf, but I don't know, I also wanted it to be partly outside because that felt cool. So there's these two giant arches over here. It's not super practical, but I like the look of it. And I like this wood a lot too. This wood and this wallpaper I kind of want to put in every home, and I have to keep stopping myself from doing that. Over here on the opposite end, we have this cool looking dining room. So the entire dining room, to me, feels like it's outside with all these windows, which I really liked. And it's all red and black, which I also never really use when I'm building. So this is fun to work on. We got the little china cabinet there, some wine bottles, these lights that I also never use. So that was fun. Over here, the living room is just huge. I like that when you walk in, this all feels very open. So we have this corner here around a massive TV with a bunch of chairs, a fireplace, some paintings. We have a bar overlooking the pool. So this whole area, really this half of this room here, just felt awesome. I liked the idea of having a ton of seating, but also a ton of space where Sims could walk around. It felt like a really cool party house. And then over here in this kitchen is just full of objects that I feel like I never use. I never use this rug because the faded parts usually bug me. I don't usually use tan and green together. I don't usually use this window, but I really liked it for this house, even though usually I wouldn't do tan and this two different woods and a brown in the same area and then adding green into that. But I don't know, I worked on it and was I like the idea that this kitchen isn't the same kitchen that I usually find myself building, so I ended up keeping that. And then this is my favorite part of the entire first floor, this little area here. So We have this rug, which I love. I think this is actually the first time I used this rug was in this house. And we have this piano, guitar, violin, and then seats around it. I like the idea that, like, you know, Sims walk in and they can immediately just walk into a little concert situation. And then upstairs, this actually overlooks that. So you can be on the second floor and still hear that music come through. And this was the first house where I tried to make that kind of overlooking area where you can be on the second floor and look down to the first floor. So that was really fun to learn and actually be able to do that. Also, my first time using half walls. So I used it for there and then for also this playroom you see over here. And the second floor, we have these 2 bathrooms. Yeah, I completed the entire first floor and then realized there's no bathrooms that Sims can use. So the second floor got 2 of them. They're both pretty simple. We have this giant playroom here with not like a usual wall, but this little half wall thing. So my idea for this was this really isn't so much a usual bedroom as just like a kid's play area. But if I move a sim in here that has kids, it's still functional. It has like the bed and the feeding chair. And over here we have this little cozy sitting area just between the library and the bathroom. This is also something I usually wouldn't do. Usually this wall right here would be pushed out a bit more and this would just be a really tiny hallway. But I wanted to leave the space as it was, and then I found myself trying to figure out what I wanted to put there. And I like having like the seating area, some plants, this little magazine rack over here. Like, I ended up really liking how it turned out, so I left it. Over here we have just a little bit of clutter with like the liquor cabinets on the wall, a little shelf there, a painting. We have that same rug that's on the first floor is over here. We have these triple doors. This house has a lot of these giant doors just because, I don't know, I want it to be a bigger, feel like a fancier house. They get these 3 grid doors instead of the single grid ones. And then we have this library, which I had so much fun building. I love a reason to just build a massive library in any house. So I really like this. I mean, this is just, has a stupid amount of books, a stupid amount of lights. But I really like that there's a desk that's overlooking like the outdoors and there's a laptop there so Sims can actually get work done over there. I like this typewriter that's on display. I like these little cozy areas, and I love just the idea of having a fireplace like this with this couch and rug in the library. And then, yeah, there's even a little bar here with candles. I mean, this whole room just felt like the ideal library I would want in a home. And I love that it's overlooking this little piano thing, so you can be in the library just reading and chilling out on this couch and hear someone playing piano down there. That just felt really cool. And then lastly, this top floor here, this really, I just wanted to make one massive bedroom. So we have, again, another bathroom. We have another, I think even TV area there, yeah. With like, it's in that little wall space, which I also don't usually have such a narrow space like that, but I left it. I like having all these canvases here too, so a sim can paint and look out over like this town fountain and the pool. That felt really awesome to just be able to have these floor-to-ceiling windows and see all that. And then even this bed, like I don't use this bed in houses ever because it's so expensive, but this house was getting this bed, so that felt cool. And then this dressing area was just, there's nothing like this in any of my other houses because it's kind of ridiculous, but she has a closed off room with windows to get natural light in, with some lights, with a mirror. So this is like the ultimate selfie taking room that exists in all of Sims, which was fun to make. I wanted to make sure that the dressing area wasn't just like throwing a thing of shells somewhere. I wanted it to feel a little different, a little more unique to this house. So actually, I like how that came out, even though it's kind of random to have it set up this way. And then over here, we get another fireplace, because this house has a fireplace on every floor. But I love it. And I really like that I got to use this blue fireplace, because I don't get to use it in a lot of things I build, because it's kind of hard to tie in that color. But I really like how it looks here. I love this rug. I love another seating option. And then this is the first balcony I ever made. and I really like it. The stone matches pretty well with the outside of the house. I like that it goes all the way around too, so there's a door on this side, there's a door on that side. This seating area is my favorite part of it, just, Sim gets to chill over here, light a bonfire, and look out over all of that. And then the other side, we just have a table, chess table, this cool looking lantern. And finally, we have this roof, which, I mean, I don't know why I went with a see-through roof. I don't really use it a lot, so this was my first time making a roof, and I figured I'd use this one that I have never used since. But I like it. I like being able to see into the rest of the house. I think it's a cool look. And yeah, overall, I mean, this house, like I said, this is my first time doing a lot of different build techniques at once, and it doesn't look like much now. I've been building a lot more than this, but I really like it, and it felt cool to just kind of revisit it and give a little tour of it. So yeah, for now, this house is totally done. In the future, I might go back and edit a little bit, but for now, I'm just going to work on my other videos. So let me know if you want to see me build something in particular next, or if you like the tours like this. And yeah, that's it for now. See ya!